All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? White 25.
Mike, 45. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Yeah, let's go now.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got his man. That's Wallace. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, and he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, G. Wait. Green, triple C.
Jameis to throw it. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Working out of the gun, Winston. That complete to Lamar Miller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's Scott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Davante Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready? 8, read. Check right, 50. Recon, 132 fighter.
Rabbit.
Let go.
He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
The twins. Hey,
2nd and 2.
watch Avery
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
I can't believe they even
Derrick Henry. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Henry. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
80 Gator, 80 weapon.
4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check 24. Watch 24. Check.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
General West.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Go.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
54. Hit it.
On the carry, it's Hill.
Here we go.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Big rip.
They'll run with Henry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Brian Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Winston. He spins free. Open man here is Scott, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready. White 25. Mike 45. Check.
Here's Winston. He completes it to Bryant. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Winston. And that's complete to Adams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Davante Adams with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
61, match box.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
You ready?
Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, that's trash. That's
2.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go!
At their own 33-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
90 Wolf.
Let's go one more. Sponge. No.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Henry. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Okay, break.
51's
Look, squeeze.
His team showed up.
Check safety.
Yo, go.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They got 5 through the air last play. Now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I know you feel that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, check 9.
Let's go.
Now it's Henry. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Check, 59. Check.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston going long here for Wallace. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
Topper!
Check 3. Under 10.
Hey, Sam off.
Kill. Slam.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Check 24.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Scott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check.
Winston now. It's caught by Davis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, it's Scott, and he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Ready? Blue lady. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Easy. Hey, check. Shit. Green, 17.
59 Mike. Check. 59.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got the hook up to Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Winston now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Come get some. Come on here.
Here's Winston. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Fair.
He's checking Craig. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. You don't want
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check. Kill. Mike 51.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, 50 plant.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, Echo. You're out.
Check 13.
Leap river.
A first down carry for Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Ready.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Now.
Motion.
Get it.
They'll run it again with Henry. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Hard. Yes. They go.
On 3rd down, Henry. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
Now Hill. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Jameis now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston, he's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Winston. And that will be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Winston on 4th down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Set,
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Let's get that ball. Let's get that.
Look at me. Door.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey, lock it.
Watch out. Check 26.
Let's go.
Again, it's Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
D, get the ball right here. Let's go. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Hey.
Watch twist.
They'll toss it to Henry. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Rush in.
80 weapon. Now.
They're going to look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down of the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Watch the slant. Check 99.
Ready.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really both sides did.